shall discuss the experiment on calibration of notches. As far as notches experiments are concerned, here we have one is a rectangular notch, the second one is a triangular notch. See, when it comes to notches, what do you mean by notches? First we have to define it. See, notches and beers are those devices which are usually employed in order to measure discharge in case of open channel flow. As far as pipe flow is concerned, we have other devices such thing like an orifice meter, venturi meter. All those instruments or devices will be used in order to calculate the discharge coming out from a pipe flow. As far as your open channel flow is concerned, if a water is flowing in case of any canals or channels, or if a water is being let down from the dam section, you really want to calculate the discharge which is coming out from it, then we use the notches as well as the beers. But our today's experiment is with respect to notches. When one can employ notches or when we have to use the beers. See, notches are employed in order to calculate the discharge of very low values or very small quantity of amount of water only can be estimated with the help of notches. Why? Because see, notches are usually the when you take the construction of any notches, notches are nothing but the metallic plates which is having a definite shape. So based on the shapes, we do classify notches into many. Here we have a rectangular notch. This is how a rectangular notch would look like. Okay. Then we have got triangular notches. See, all these notches are some metallic plates or metallic devices wherein we'll be using in order to estimate the water which is coming out with of low values. Then we have got trapezoidal notch. You can see here trapezoidal notch. Then we have also got the circular notches. But as far as your syllabus is concerned, we have got only the rectangular notch as well as the triangular notch. This triangular notch can also be called as V notch. It makes a certain angle. This angle is given by theta. Theta is nothing but in between angles. Angle between a notch. And for rectangular channel, this is how it looks like. And this the entire thing will be made up of a metallic one. And these notches are always employed at very wherever the small discharge is coming out from, like gutters, for example. Or if in any channels, if the discharge is very low, then we can employ these kind of notches, and we can estimate the amount of water which is flowing in that particular stream or channels, or in case of any gutters, etc. Okay. Now, as far as experimental apparatus is concerned, this is how a notches experiment is being conducted. This is how the whole setup would look like. Okay. This is an artificial one. Actually we have got all the natural channels that we were used to calculate the discharge. But for time being, we are calculating the notches. We are doing the notches experiment with this small setup. Okay. As far as the first apparatus is concerned, here we have got the sump one. This is a source tank, okay, from where the water would be lifted with the help of a pump, and whatever the water which is being lifted now, it will move on to here. Okay. Now this is being provided with so many divide walls. These are called as divide walls, and these divide walls are filled with the small jellies as well as the mesh kind of structure. This can also be called as gabion structure. These gabion structures makes the water to flow in a steady manner. This is the purpose of providing the divide walls or a gabion structure here. As soon as the water is being lifted from lower elevation to higher elevation, it will be having lot of turbulence. In order to make that flow in a steady manner, we use these divide walls. And we have got here the pointer gauge. This pointer gauge is in centimeter scale. This is a vernier calipers scale. We use the formula MSR plus CVD into LC in order to get the readings from it. See, the head over the notch, whatever the amount of water which is flowing over the notch is calculated with the help of two gauges. One we have pointer gauge, the other gauge we have is called as hook gauge. But in this particular setup, we are using the pointer gauge. Now, as far as at the end, this is called as a channel. This is a small length of the channel that you are seeing. No, this channel is called as prismatic channel. Prismatic channels or the man-made channels wherein the dimensions are fixed here, but it can also be of artificial ones, natural ones also. Okay, at the end of the prismatic channels, we will be fixing our plates. This is the notch plate. This is 90-degree triangular plate or V notch that we have fitted here, and whatever the water which comes out from this V notch will be collected in a measuring tank. And the amount of water which gets collected here will also be noted for our experimental sake. Suppose if you are doing experiment on rectangular notches, so instead of this V notch, you replace this V notch plate with a rectangular plate, then carry out the experiment. Now, as far as your the observational part is concerned, or whatever the formula that we'll be using in case of this notch experiment, first we shall concentrate on the triangular notch, the notch that you saw earlier. See, in case of triangular notch, the theoretical discharge is calculated with the help of a formula: 8 by 15 tan theta by 2 root of 2g h to the power of 5 by 2. So this is the formula that we will be using, and it will be in terms of meter cube per second. It will yield the theoretical discharge in terms of meter cube per second, wherein your h is the head over the notch. This head over the notch is calculated with the help of the pointer gauge that you saw earlier. And this theta is nothing but your angle between the notch. This theta for this experiment is of 90 degree. We have considered a 90-degree V notch. So your theta by 2 value would be equal to 45 degree. Now coming back to your Q actual. In order to calculate the actual discharge which is coming out from that small channel section, we will be using the measuring tank that you saw earlier. Okay, that measuring tank area is capital A, where R is the rise and divided by the T. For a particular amount of rise, say some 10 centimeter or for 15 centimeter, how much amount of time it takes? It will give me the actual discharge value, and it is also in the terms of, is given in meter cube per second. Once you get this Q theoretical value as well as the Q actual value, you will be substituting in CD value, that is CD formula. CD is equal to Q actual by Q theoretical, that is a coefficient of discharge. It will give you some value in a range of 0.6 something. Okay, then in the same experiment we will also calculate the other constants like notch constant with the formula notch constant K is equal to 8 by 15 tan theta by 2 into root of 2g, as well as index value of the notch is calculated with the formula N is equal to log of Q actual minus log of K divided by log of H. See, when you compare with the rectangular notch with the triangular notch value is much better. That means in order to calculate the small amount of discharge, for a lower value of discharge, triangular notch or V notch gives the better results. The experiment on V notches, first we have to switch on the motor. So let us switch on the motor now. Once you switch on the motor, then use the inlet valve like this, okay, and give some amount of discharge so that the water gets lifted from a lower elevation, that is from some tank to the this tank. Go. The water is getting filled into this tank. Now the water will transmit through these divide walls. Okay, now the water will be in a turbulent condition. Now this turbulence will be in a form of steady flow when it enters into the actual prismatic channel, mainly because of these divide walls as well as the gabion structure that we provide at the entrance of the prismatic channel section. Now for the first reading, okay, before taking off any reading, we have to take the initial reading. We have to make the water level to stop exactly at the sill level of the notch. Sill level of the notch is the bottommost portion of the notch here. Okay, the water should come and touch only at the sill of the notch. Okay, so at this sill of the notch, okay, when the water stands still till the notch, till the sill of a notch, okay, we have to take the initial reading, that is the initial head of the notch. That initial head reading will be taken with the help of this pointer gauge. Okay, now this pointer gauge will be lowered. As you can see this pointer gauge should touch the surface of the water and it should make a ring. Okay, like this. Only at the top of the surface it should be touching, and now we have to read from here. Okay, this is a centimeter scale, and this is just like reading the vernier calipers. Now your reading will be exactly around, see here, 17.5, 18.3 it is. 18.3 main scale reading, and it is coinciding with the 0 at the first, at the vernier here. Okay, we have to find the vernier divisions, okay, with which the main scale reading is coinciding, and we have to use the formula MSR plus CVD into least count. The least count of this pointer gauge reading is 0.01 centimeter. Once you substitute all these values, you will get a reading H1. So this is the initial head. It will be same for all the different trials. Okay. Now in order to conduct the first trial, you have to increase the discharge. So I will be using the inlet valve. I will be giving some amount of discharge so that the water flows through the notch. So the water starts to flow through the notch. Now I have increased the discharge. See how exactly the water is coming out from the notch. The portion, sheet of water which is coming out from this notch is called as nappe. This is called as nappe. Now for this amount of discharge, we will try to estimate the head value, the H2 value. So we will be using the pointer gauge again. Okay, we will make it to dip till it touches the upper surface. Then we shall take the reading. Approximately here we have 23.6. 23.6 is the main scale reading. Then we will see the coinciding reading. Then we will calculate the H2 value. We will take the difference of H2 and H1. Then we will get the head over the notch. Okay. Now, after calculating the head over the notch, okay, we will try to calculate the actual discharge. Actual discharge will be calculated with the help of a measuring tank. This is the measuring tank which is having a size of 0.4 by 0.4 meter. So once you multiply this 0.4 by 0.4, you will get the area of this measuring tank, that is a capital A. For a particular amount of rice, you will take the time taken. So we'll close this measuring tank so that the water gets raised in this small scale. See here, it is in centimeter scale. So this is the knob wherein I will be using to close the measuring tank. Now the water starts to rise here from a particular rise. Say, let us say 20 centimeters. I'll switch on the stopwatch. For a 10 centimeter rise, see, from 20 to 30, I'll take my reading. How much amount of time I'll note down. Now I have switched on this stopwatch here. See, you can see it has taken 16 seconds. Now I can use the formula Q actual is equal to AR by T, wherein A is the area of the measuring tank, rise is 10 centimeter, and T is the time, that is 16 seconds. So, see, the same procedure can be repeated for different various discharge values. For those, in order to increase or decrease the discharge, again we'll be using the inlet valve and will open or will close. Okay, will be rotating in a clockwise direction so that the discharge or the amount of water which is getting into the prismatic channel increases. For the various amount of discharges, we'll try to estimate the CD values. Then we'll take the average CD value. At the end, we'll calculate the notch constant as well as the index value of the notch. As far as calculation part of triangular notch experiment is concerned, we take some of the readings like this. We tabulate the readings. There is angle of the V notch, that is theta, is equal to 90 degree. So your theta by 2 value would be equal to 45 degree for this experiment. Then the area of the measuring tank, that is 0.4 meter by 0.4 meter, which will yield you 0.16 meter square. Then whatever the readings that you take while conducting the experiment, that will be tabulated in a tabular form like this. Here you can see the pointer gauge reading, that is the initial reading, the reading that you took for at the sill when the water is at the sill of the notch. Then the final reading after giving some sufficient amount of discharge with the help of the inlet valve. So when we take the difference between those two, it will give you the capital H value, which is the head over the notch, that is expressed in terms of meters. In order to calculate the theoretical discharge value, we use the formula 8 by 15 root 2g tan theta by 2 h to the power of 5 by 2. Then we'll obtain this result for the first calculation. Okay. Then with the help of the measuring tank, we calculate the actual discharge, that is Q actual is equal to AR by T, where A is nothing but the area of the measuring tank. Okay, for the rise, the initial reading of the particular scale reading, there is 25 here for the first reading. For the final reading, 35. That means to say the rise V is kept as constant, that is 10 centimeter. For this 10 centimeter rise, the time note down from a stopwatch would be 155 seconds. So we apply the formula Q actual is equal to AR by T in getting this discharge value, actual discharge value. Once we obtain this Q actual and Q theoretical value, we calculate the CD value. CD is equal to Q actual by Q theoretical. Then we calculate the notch constant K using this expression, CD into 8 by 15 root 2G tan theta by 2. Then also we calculate the index value of the discharge using the expression N is equal to log Q actual minus log K divided by log H. We do the same calculation for all the different trials that we do. Nearly about 4 to 5 trials we need to do it. Okay. Then ultimately we have to plot a graph. The graph between log of H versus log of Q actual. Here also we obtain the N values, notch constant, as well as the K values. Index value N as well as notch constant K values will be obtaining with the help of graph also. Then we'll correlate with the theoretical one as well as the actual one. Then